What up, YouTube? It's Aaron, your personal driver, and today we're doing a live stream. It's gonna be lit, if you will. That's what the kids say today. So we got so much to talk about. I know that normally Wednesday, this is a new driver stream for, oh damn, I'm really low. I gotta raise my seat up a little bit. Look at that. I know that this is normally for new drivers. It's an Ask Me to Me. Still, ask me anything if you want to. I don't even need this anymore. Hold on, let me take this off. Put this off. Sorry about that. So I guess realized I'm not listening to anything. I don't need my headphones on, so that's a silly thing. But anyway, so welcome to the Wednesday live stream. I know this is for new drivers, but we have so much Uber news. I have to, what do I say? To get some of this news out, even for the new drivers out there. So if you're new, feel free to ask me anything, but you still should probably listen to this live stream. And it's weird because the camera's up here. Now, normally the camera's sitting right here in front of me, so it's like eye level, so I'm gonna have to get used to looking up at the camera. But first thing first, let's take care of some of this chat, guys. So first off, first commenter is Patrick. Patrick in the house! What's up, Patrick? Number 2, Alan in the house. What's up, Alan? Jill in the house. It's always good to have Jill back. What's up, Jill? Who else is in here right now? Tank driver in the house. What's up, man? How you doing? It's good to hear from you. Good to hear from you. What else is going on? Oh, PK Ear Soul in the house. What's up, PK? I'm about to take my first drive, and finally, now this crazy Uber news? Yeah, I know, Jill, I know. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Joshua in the house! What's up? Joshua, how's it going? Tank says, welcome, Jill. For those who have worked for Uber for any period of time, this surprises none of us, sadly. This is the saddest, shadiest company to work for. Gina in the house! What's up from Florida? What's up, Gina? How you doing? Oh, I remember why I had the headphones on in the first place. So, guys, I have a personal announcement that I have to make right now. My wife has accepted a new job, and that job is in Berkeley, California. So in December and January timeframe, I'm headed to California. And this is going to get this demonetized, but I don't care because I'm so excited for this. Let's get this ready here. Right, here we go. That's right, Yep, that's right. I'm going back to Cali. I hope you guys heard that. I don't know if it worked or not. But I'm going to California. So yeah, going to California. Johnny Powell in the house. So apparently my wife logged in as Johnny. Vinny in the house. Jeff in the house. What's up, guys? How's your son? Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, thanks for asking. It's very nice of you, Alan. So, Johnny had a bacterial infection in his lungs, which was causing him to have a spike in a fever and a secondary infection in his ear. So the ear infection was actually a virus, so there's nothing the doctors could do about it. But the upper respiratory was bacterial, so they gave him some amoxicillin, which he's still taking, and he responded well. So his fever is back down. He's normal fever, and he's still coughing a lot. It's going to take a while to get that bacterial stuff out of his lungs. But he's good. So thanks for asking. I appreciate that. That's really nice of you. He's killing that, what's that called? It's like the hangover stuff that people use, but it's really for babies. Whatever. Like, it's like Gatorade for babies. That stuff. It's the hydration stuff. Man, the chat is off the house. Frank in the house! What's up, Frank? Tank says, now competition unsubscribed. Oh, snap. Oh, Tank's getting angry. Whatever, dude. We'll have to Uber together. Alicia in the house! You and your driver Mike live stream at the same time. How do I choose? Yeah, guys, go tell driver Mike. He knows I do a live stream Wednesday. I've been doing this for months now. He's doing this on purpose. You just tell him he's messed with me. I mean, we're friends. I don't care. He can do it, whatever. I'll go on his live stream and come on my stream. Just tell him to be like, I know what you're doing. I'm up to you. So, I thought it was Nate. Oh, it was Nate. I'm sorry. Did I say Johnny? I meant to say Nate. Yeah, I get my kids mixed up. I'm glad he's okay, though. It's nice to hear it's nothing serious. Well, yeah, anytime you get to 104 with a baby, it is serious, but, you know, that's what medicine's for. Hooray for medicine. Okay, guys, so now that we got all the introduction, oh, Chrissy in the house! What's up, Chrissy? Sorry, I haven't been on live lately. I've been doing a lot of Ubering. No problem. I haven't even uploaded 2 videos. We all get busy around November, December. So I do have a new video uploading on Monday. It's recorded and edited. And it has a direct relation to do with all this bad Uber news. It's 5 ways to improve Uber because of all the bad news. Hi, crazy man. You were fine in that little corner of yours in Seattle, now taking over our streets. Yeah. I get my kicks messed up. Yeah, me too, me too. So, for new drivers like Jill, who's in the chat, so hi Jill, you're hearing a lot of bad press. By the way, get used to that, because this year's been nothing but bad press for Uber. At least this bad press has nothing to do with sexual harassment or illegal computer schemes and that kind of stuff, which seems to be up Uber's alley. Also, if you notice my background's different, I'm going to be doing a lot of monitor mirroring. So I wanted to have the camera in front of me so you can see my face and we can still talk when we're looking at the computer screen today. Because it's going to be almost exclusively going to the second screen, guys. And so we're going to be talking about that. If you notice, the title of this is Real Talk, right? We have 3 major announcements this week. And so we're going to talk about them together and see if we can find a conclusion. The first is, this was the last announcement for the 180 days of change. The 180 days of change are over. And for those of you new drivers who don't know what that is, 6 months ago, Uber came out with basically a PR campaign telling its drivers, we're going to improve driver relations and we're going to do some good things for you. So we're going to do a review of the 180 chains and see if they're worth it and if it did its job, right? The other thing that came out is Uber bought 24,000 driverless cars. So everyone on the internet is abuzz about that. And I'm here to tell you guys, don't worry about Uber and driverless cars. So the driverless cars are coming for our jobs. That's the thing that's real and happening right now. But Uber is not the company that's going to... Don't worry. Uber can buy 10 million driverless cars and you don't have to worry about them because they're done. Change, Tank says. Yeah, exactly. We're going to talk about it. And the last thing we're talking about is those of you who don't know, in 2016, Uber got hacked. So about 700,000, 7,000. We'll look at the article here in a second. Drivers' information got hacked and they didn't tell anybody. What's up, Gina? First time watcher. So everyone give Gina lots of love since she's a first time watcher. We love first time watchers, right? So what's going on, Gina? I hope that you enjoyed the stream. Check out my other ones. They're going to be more informative than this one. This one's going to be more casual and basic. And here, I'll give you a heart there. There you go, Gina. That's just for you. This is going to be more casual, talking back and forth, guys. Normally, these live streams are like, I give tips to new drivers. Jam, I always messed up this guy's name. Sorry, you're such a good subscriber too. But Jamawi, I'm gonna guess. In the house! Aloha to you too. Jose in the house! Mike Hicks in the house! Wow, it's like all the greatest hits from everyone's in the house. What's going on, guys? I like it when everyone gets together. So, oh, I forgot my little introduction thing. So let me do the introduction thing. So, if this is your first time, hey, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe down there. And leave a comment below if you're watching it on a replay. Do you think Uber is worth driving for? That was pretty good off the top of my head. If you're returning, welcome back. Go ahead and hit a thumbs up. And actually, let's try something different, guys. Why don't you try sharing this on Jamawai? Oh, it's close. Jamawai. Okay, I'll remember that. Jamawai. Jamawai. Why don't you try sharing this stream either on a Facebook post that you guys like maybe Uber Break Room or your local Uber Seattle area or wherever you're at, or Twitter, and see if we can get some people on here. Definitely hit a thumbs up, guys. If you're watching this on a replay, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. And normally Wednesday is dedicated for a new driver AMA, but this is a little bit different. Every Friday and Saturday, I do a live driver stream at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and every Monday I upload a video. There, I got all the technical stuff out there. So without further ado, I want to start with 180 days of change. So let's give some credit and maybe a grade to Uber for that. So let's switch over here. Hopefully this is still working. So guys, if you can't hear me, let me know. This should work though. You can see what I'm looking at now on the computer. What's up, Gina? So you can see what I'm looking at, and we can go through this, okay? So this started out in June. Let's actually move the camera over here too, so you guys can see me while I'm reading. That would be kind of cool, right? There we go, that's good. So in June, it all started out with the tipping. So that's good. I personally really think that this was the only significant upgrade that Uber did during the whole process, 180 days. Tipping, and it wasn't even revolutionary because every other rideshare app except for Uber did it. Everyone's saying hi to Gina, that's good. So I guess you guys can hear me, that's good. So tipping, that's what happened. The second thing that happened is destinations toward promotions. So that was pretty significant. For those of you who are new and don't know what that is, in some markets you have what's called a destination filter. And a destination filter means you can put an address in your phone, like say to your work or your home or the airport or whatever, and you'll only get trips in that direction. So for example, let's say that you were going home after work and you're like, hey, you know what, maybe I can make some money on the way home. So you turn on your app and you put your house as your final destination, and you'd only get rides towards your house, okay? So what they did is they made destinations count toward promotions. Now promotions are like Quest, if that's in your market, where like say like if you give 20 rides, they'll give you an extra 20 bucks, for example. Things like Boost, hourly, stuff like that. All of those promotions that Uber has to increase your profit. Now destination filters do that. And drivers love destination filters, especially full-time drivers. The reason for that is a lot of drivers like to hang out at the airport. So they'll wait in the airport queue, they'll take a person to another area, and then once they drop that person off, they'll put the destination back towards the airport, start driving back to the airport, and then make rides slowly as they go back, so there's not as many dead miles. So 2 for 2 so far in the June earnings. Those were both fantastic changes. Although tipping, that's like such a no-brainer. I don't even want to give them credit for that. The next thing they do is paid wait time and a 2-minute cancellation window. Okay, so those were both matching Lyft's policy, which means after 2 minutes, you start making money. That doesn't do anything. I'm telling you guys right now, that's not even worth printing. It is such a bad change, okay? Most markets is 10 cents a minute. So what's 2 minutes of waiting, 3 minutes of waiting? It's 30 cents. So congratulations, Uber boosted your pay by 30 cents if you have to wait during 3 minutes. Who cares? Alan says Uber has finally been firing people only for driving the surge. What the fuck? That's actually not true, Alan. So the people who got fired were doing what's called surge manipulation. So like, I only work boost and surge. You know that. I'm a big proponent. Turn your app off if there's no surge. But what people were doing was at the airport, they were all getting together and all logging out at the same time and logging in later. So they were manipulating the surge collectively, and that's something you can't do. So like if you have like a Facebook group and you all, it's like, say it's like the Facebook group is Uber surge, and then everyone in your area gets together and says at 3 o'clock we're all logging out to cause surge, you're gonna get disconnected. That's in the terms of service. That's with both Uber and Lyft. That's a lot different than just logging out when you don't want to ride. Yeah, it's been really misleading, and people don't understand what's going on. And here's the thing: if you do that multiple times, Uber can tell. They have an algorithm for that. So it's like these 200 drivers were consistently doing it over time, and that's why they got disconnected. So don't worry about that. Still work the surge. Don't worry. It does make people come out faster when they pay for wait time and wait a lot less. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you there, but I'd rather they not come out and take the cancellation fee. That's actual real money. Okay. The next thing we're doing is, what's up, dude? You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? No. Johnny wanted to come join the stream. So putting you in control. That's the final thing that they did in June. You ask for more control over what you earn. So driver destinations, instant acid to boost in Quest earnings, and driver injury protection. So, what's up, dude? Come say hi. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Johnny stabbed me. My kid's wild. Come on, say hi to everyone, dude.
Hi, YouTubers.
The camera's right here.
Hi.
It's right here.
Hi, YouTubers.
Say like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Crazy kids. So this one, the driver injury protection, that's actually a nice thing, but the other stuff, like I said before, who cares? And ultimately what happened was, well, we'll get to that later, but the driver destinations went from 6 down back to 2 anyway. So this is where Uber really starts failing. So the next month, support enhancements. As you can see, 24/7 support. How's the kiddo? Oh, hey, what? Oh, we got some. Steven in the house. What's up, Steven? Cute kid. Thanks, Mike. Did I say hi to you, Mike? Mike in the house. Just in case you haven't. So, Steven, yeah, we got some antibiotics from the emergency room, and his fever is back to normal. So he's all good. Nate's good. That was Johnny that stabbed me. Anyway, 24 hours of phone support already gone. So let's just pretend like that didn't happen. Not in all markets, but in some markets there still isn't. They took the phone support down. So Uber over-promising and under-delivering again. Ratings protection. So this was specifically for Uber Pool. And Uber Pool sucks anyway, so don't ever take Uber Pool. I find also that a lot of riders wait until the surge is over to request a ride to avoid paying a higher fee. Yes. Or they'll use Lyft instead of Uber. So it happens there too. So this was a significant one. This is probably my second favorite change, which is you get paid for lost items. So veteran drivers know that if someone left a wallet or your cell phone in your car, that you would either just throw it out on the road or in a trash can or in or drop it off at a police station or something and just get it. Or you would call the driver and ask for money. Like, hey, I'll bring this to you if you want to, or for 15 or 20 bucks. I charge 20 bucks. But now you can do it for 15. It's a flat fee. So at least you get money. There's no dead miles, and you can return people's stuff, and you don't have to throw things out in the trash. Thanks, Steven. It is awesome to hear. I'm very happy too. Doc Rock's in the house. What's up, Doc Rocks? Uber should let us bank unused destination filters up to 6. They should just let you have unlimited destination filter. Like, what? You're not an employee. So if you only want to go south, you should take as many rides south as you want to or need. Having a cap on destination filters is dumb and stupid, and they should just eliminate that. It's totally crap. But that's another video. The ratings protection in July was for Uber Pool. So people in Uber Pool like to give you a 1-star if they didn't like their passengers. So they stopped letting you do that. But ratings protection doesn't matter. People can 1-star you and leave any reason they want to. So whatever. I don't believe in ratings protection. So, you know, faster document reviews is probably a good one, right? Appointment scheduling is probably a good one too. Although my local hub doesn't do it. They say they do it, but they don't. So overall in July, I'd give it a C+, B-, because there was a good one. Getting paid for return lost items is really awesome, and the rest of the stuff is dumb. And you can hear my kids playing in the background, can't you? That's awesome and professional. Frank in the house! More and more riders are complaining about surge costs. Well, they can take a taxi. Watch my video on why surge is unethical, and I agree with that. Okay, that brings us to August. August had long trip notifications. I think Uber needs to give us the same rate as taxis, but with fast response to taxi. I think they should just do like 75% of taxis, so it's still 25% cheaper, and that would still be almost double the money they're making. Right now we're making about 50% of a taxi, generally speaking. So I kind of agree with you a little bit. So long trip notifications, this is kind of cool. I don't think it really matters that much, but it's a nice feature. It's something that Lyft has been doing for a long time anyway, so it's kind of catch up for that. You now have more tools to manage where you drive for arrival times for destinations. Oh, I don't even know what this is. Let's investigate this. What does this mean? Oh, okay. So it adds to your destination filter. I don't believe it, but that's fine. It might work. How you drive is up to you. Long trip notifications, trip type preferences, friendlier acceptance rates. Oh man, chat is going off. That would be great, says Mike. Making 50% and doing 100% more than taxis and driving better cars. I hear you, rideshare. Oh, by the way, rideshare in the house. No, I feel you. Because honestly, we go the same distances. That's true. But one reason, you know, but taxi cabs are so expensive because the taxi cab drivers are making the money. The companies are. So, I mean, that's where the cost savings comes in there. Friendlier acceptance rates is a lie. Don't believe that at all. But trip preference type, this one was really nice. That means if you're doing UberX and UBEREATS, you can turn off UBEREATS. They still won't separate Uber Pool though, so they still force you to pull against your will. We all know Uber Pool's the devil. Don't ever ask the devil for a ride. Don't ever let the devil in your car. Some areas taxis won't go up that we go. That's true too. And surge pricing means like places that taxis won't go, Uber drivers will go because there's going to be surge in those areas now. So trip type preferences is really awesome. So overall, I'd give this a B+ month, pretty good month. Not a lot did happen this month, but that's still, the trip preferences was good, even though they can't do pool. So this month, I don't even want to really talk about this month. This is just a fail. Uber Pool sucks. They did some improvements on it, but it's still terrible. You still don't get paid per head, and Uber does still take money per head. So overall, you lose money, and Uber makes money on you. It's dumb. It's stupid. This is an F for this month. So it's like they did not do anything at all in September. Like September is a giant fail. Never accept an Uber Pool. Uber Pool's the devil. You can watch my video on that. Why Uber Pool's the devil if you want to. October was a good month. It was just having, basically October just increased your overall money making potential. But the problem is they did it on rides that don't necessarily do anything. So this will affect maybe 5%, 10% of your rides. But on those rides, you'll make more money. At least now you know you can safely drive longer distances. So for veteran drivers never drive more than 10 miles or 10 minutes. The reason for that is just simply you lose money. But now you get paid normal rates to go long distances. So there's no reason why not you can't drive 10, 15, 20 minutes now, because you get paid for it at regular rates. So really what that does is if you work in a like a suburb or a smaller city, like say Sacramento, California, like not a big place like Seattle or God, my kids are so loud. Hey, can you guys move to a different room if you're gonna do that? Thanks. Sorry about that, guys. So if you work in a suburb or a smaller city, the drive times are longer. You're okay, dude. You're fine. He said sorry. Nice guy. Has anyone, the new surge gone away yet? No, not yet, Patrick. We can talk about that later if you want to. So I actually think this is great. So this is October was a good month. I'll give that an A. And then talk about the most deflating, sad, depressing announcement ever. They concluded, they ended the 180 days of change, not with a bang, but with a whimper. They went out with a whimper. This is pathetic. So live rider locations, who cares? That doesn't do anything. I don't care where the rider is unless they're in front of me. That's stupid. Like, if I'm at, okay, let me explain it, guys. Say the ping is at 10th Street and Pine. So you drive to 10th Street and Pine and you wait there. And you get there and there's a live rider location and it shows up that they're not at 10th and Pine. They're at 14th and 12th Street. Or 14th and Jackson or whatever. They're 2 miles away. I'm not going to drive 2 miles to get them. I'm going to sit there until my 5-minute timer is up and then I'm going to cancel on them. So the driver, who cares about driver location? I don't care where the rider is. If they're not where the ping is, I'm just going to cancel on them and go away. It's a useless thing. It literally does nothing. It does nothing. What's up, buddy? You just wanted to be on video?
I'm out of here.
You're out of here? Okay. Close the door, please. Know who you're picking up. This is kind of cool. So if you're, hey, Jonathan? Now you can hear everything. Left the door open. So if you're ordering a ride for somebody else, you can put their name in there. So that's what something we've been asking for 7 years, and they finally did it. But honestly, who cares? Remind riders when you're waiting, like, who cares? Again, I don't care. If you order an Uber and you're not ready, I'm just going to cancel on you. You should too. If you're a new driver, once that 5 minutes is up, cancel and get on with your life. Get a heads up on scheduled trips. Again, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. You guys realize how pathetic a scheduled ride is for Uber? It doesn't matter. It's useless. Everything on here is useless except for like a cutesy name change when you're giving somebody else. It's dumb. Also, don't care about ratings. I'm not here for stars. I'm here for money. So, who cares? If Uber wanted to improve the rating system, they'd make it thumbs up, thumbs down. Would you ride with this rider again? Would you not ride with this rider again? Having 5 stars is stupid. So trying to fix a broken system doesn't make sense. Like, if the 5-star rating system doesn't work, why are you trying to improve the 5-star rating system? That's dumb. So this is useless. So it's a total fail. They didn't raise our rates. That's what I was hoping with 180 days of change, that they would fix that, and they didn't. So the 180 days did basically nothing. The most important thing that they did was give you a tipping option. That's it. 180 days of fail. So yeah, I'm not too excited about any of these changes. But overall, here's the thing. I say this all the time. Don't let perfect ruin better, right? So yeah, it's better now than it was, but didn't really do that much. I hear a lot of taxi drivers are quitting and working, contracting with Uber. Well, they have to. No one takes taxis anymore. Also, a lot of people can't qualify to drive a taxi because they have a criminal background, but they can drive for Uber. So they either get kicked off the taxi cab out of the taxi cab company, or they don't qualify to drive the taxi, and then they drive for Uber because Uber takes anybody. In fact, Colorado just charged Uber almost $10 million for letting people illegally drive for them who didn't pass the thing. So that's 180 days of change. It just finished this week, guys. That's it. Now, hopefully, with the new CEO, he gets in there and he fixes some of the stuff and he raises the rates. Hopefully, I'm still hoping for that. But these 180 days of change was started under the old CEO, so I'm not surprised to raise the rates. I'm just hoping for that. So, any comments on 120 days of change or 180 days of change before we move on? Hopefully, the new drivers can see that, and just think about this: if you're a new driver, those small changes have been something that we've been complaining about for years, and they just got implemented. So that's how much worse Uber was before we started driving recently. Okay, so no comments on the 180 days of change. So I'm going to move on to my next topic, which is driverless cars. Woo! Automation, guys. We are going to be taken over by machines. Computers are taking over for us. And it's not like in the distant future. Like in 2018, in some cities, there will be taxis taking people in autonomous cars that have no drivers in it. Uber's trying to get there, but Uber is fastest they'll get them out there is 2019, but I doubt they'll even make that benchmark. It's probably 2020, 2021 for Uber, and that will be way past. This is gone. Tesla does it now, so you can order a Tesla service that's driverless in some places. If you own a Tesla, they have a self-driving like feature in their car right now, and it's way safer than human driving. Waymo, which I'm going to show you here in a second, is doing it right now as we speak in Arizona. So they're the first official taxi driverless. That's actually not true. There have been like some shuttles and stuff driverless. Agree. Only good thing was tipping. If they have heard us, they would have restored temporary rate cuts. Oh yeah, that's kind of a joke, guys. Patrick's telling you a joke. For those of you who are new, so like it started about 3 or 4 years ago, but every November, December time, because that's when it's kind of slow, Uber would write like an email like, we're experimenting with a new idea, guys. We're going to temporarily lower the rates and see what happens. We'll raise them back at a later date. And then they never did it. And then the next year, it's the same email. We're going to try a temporary rate cut. So, yeah, temporary my ass. Patrick, part of that is 96 out of 100 drivers quit Uber in 1 year. So that you can trick people who don't come back. Like they don't do it anymore. They moved on. So driverless cars. Just know this, guys. It's not just in rideshare. Automation is coming everywhere. So Tesla just released their driverless pickup trucks. So now there are all-electric pickup trucks that can drive over 500 miles on one charge. It takes half an hour to 45 minutes to charge them fully. And they're autonomous. So for right now, there'll be a driver making sure everything goes smoothly. But that's it. If you're a truck driver, your job's gone, son. Deuces. Find some other work. Starbucks, I'm telling you, McDonald's, Burger King, all these fast food restaurants that have the same product over like the entire place, like over entire world and country, will be done by a robot. So robots will be making your McDonald's cheeseburgers and your Starbucks drinks. Baristas are gone. Fast food workers are gone. That's coming. Most restaurants are going to be automated. So servers, bartenders, cooks, line cooks, chefs, most of them are going to be gone. Now, there'll always be a market for tip-top people, right? Like, if you're a really, really, really good chef, there'll always be a market for you because you are better than average, right? But, like, if you go to Applebee's, you're not going to see anyone in Applebee's. It's just going to be robots, right? Applebee's is boring, crap food, whatever, mashed potatoes, broccoli, and steak. That's okay. Robots are going to cook that stuff. But let's go back to this other screen here and look at some of the stuff. So let's start over with this one. Uber strikes a deal with Volvo to bring self-driving cars to the network. Okay, people are freaking out right now about this. Let's see if I can find it here. It's 24,000 vehicles. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Volvo's not dumb. If you're going to buy 24,000 cars, let's see here. It says, Uber fags tipping is limited to $10 only, 180 days of ass. Yes, stranger. By the way, stranger in the house. What's up, stranger? That is a good point. $10 only. It's actually, yeah, that sucks, but it's more than you were gonna make before. And Johnny in the house. Good job, dude. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate it. So, if someone comes up to me and I own Volvo and they say, "Hey, Volvo, can we buy 24,000 cars from you?" Well, you think Volvo's gonna be like, "No, I don't know, guys. I don't think you were quite there yet." Come on, man. Of course Volvo's gonna make you 24,000 cars. Of course they're gonna sell it to you. They're like, "Oh, you want us to make 24,000 cars?" Yeah, let's do it. Driver Mike in the house. What's up, your driver Mike? How long have you had your electric car? Man, we are getting off topic in the chat. I'm on hold with Uber support, lol. At least you still have it. Phone support's gone in a lot of places, man. I hope they fix your account, your driver, Mike. RideShare. I have had mine for 1 year now. AZ driver in the house. What's up, man? Thanks for coming over, man. I've had my electric car for 1 year. Yes, 1 year and 1 month. So I love it. I'm never gonna drive a gas car again, or buy one. I guess I own a gas car, so I might drive that for my kids and stuff like that. Might even got a discount on the 24 cars. I'm sure they did. When you buy in bulk, you can do that. But here's the thing, guys. Don't worry about Uber. Uber is not going to make a driverless fleet. They're going to probably go bankrupt before they ever figure it out. And here's why. Uber's autonomous cars show 20,354 miles, and it had to be taken over at every mile. Uber can't get their cars to drive 1 mile without human help. Oh, that's so sad. That's so pathetic. Oh my god. This company, guys, don't ever invest in Uber. Uber is the most inept, crappy, poorly run company in the history of million-dollar companies. Okay, so first off, if you don't know, Uber stole information from Google about how to make autonomous cars. There's a big lawsuit going on right now. It's going to go on for years. But they couldn't figure out even how to do autonomous cars, so they literally stole trade secrets from Uber, or from Google, and Google is now suing them over it. And they still they can't make their cars work. So yeah, they should have bought 20. That's Dean said, "What's up, Dean in the house? Uber is a joke. That's true. It's also a pyramid scheme. They just take money and you spend it, and then they're never going to do anything with it. They should have bought 24,000 Teslas, because at least Tesla can make it work. So these 24,000 cars, they can't even go 1 mile without a human being. So don't worry about it. Uber is not replacing your job. And even if they were, there's about between 700,000 and 1 million drivers. Now, people can test that because every year people drop out, right? So, like, out of 100 drivers, only 96 stay on the platform after 1 year. So, yeah, there might be like 1 million, but how many of those actually drive every day? So, 24,000 cars ain't going to take your job, man. They're not going to buy 1 million cars. Here's how I know Uber isn't serious about this. If Uber really thought they could go driverless this year or next year, they wouldn't buy 24,000. That's a drop in the bucket. They'd be like, we need you to make 750,000 driverless cars because we're going to go autonomous this year. They're not doing that because they're not close. So don't worry about Uber. There are 2 companies you need to be worried about other than Tesla, however. Because I think Tesla will always be higher end market, meaning that like not the everyday Joe will use it. But here we go. So Waymo is Google. Google owns Waymo. So well, actually Alphabet owns Google because Google company is no longer Google. It's now Alphabet. Blah 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 blah. Things aside, Waymo is Google. That's all you need to know. Waymo is driving cars right now with no driver in it. So Google has figured out, like Tesla has, how to make an engine of driverless cars. Does Uber have the money for 750,000 cars though? Can't you? Uber has as much money as they want to because they just go to people who have money and they're like, hey, we're Uber. You want to invest in us? And they're like, yeah, here's $10 billion because venture capitalists are stupid. That's why. Uber's just a pyramid scheme. If they want money, they just go to venture capitalists and ask for it and they just give it to them. And now venture capitalists are worried because Uber is such a crappily run company that they're going to lose all their money. So they're doubling down on their terrible investments. 24,000 would only take care of LA. I even doubt that. I think 24,000 would be like a smaller, large size city. So like Pittsburgh, St. Louis, you know, Albuquerque, you know, like those kinds of cities, like smaller size cities. But yeah, Waymo right now in Arizona. Let's see if we can go down here. Yeah. Where is it? Anyway, the point is Waymo currently has cars that are operating as taxis in Phoenix, Arizona without drivers. So that's legitimate. If they run a profit on this, they're going to roll these out, and Waymo, Google, is going to take our jobs. Here's another one, guys, that we can worry about. Alphabet, which is Google, invested $1 billion in Lyft. Okay, the reason they did that is not necessarily because they don't like Uber, which is a lot of people reported. That's true, but I've highlighted this sentence here. See, guys, China is doing driverless cars too. Okay, and China, this company specifically, I'm going to pronounce it wrong because I'm terrible at pronouncing, but Baidu, I think is how you say it, is like a Uber-like company in China. They're rolling out driverless cars, and they also have a footprint in the United States. So what Google is doing is they're using Lyft to get to driverless faster than this Chinese company so they don't lose market share in the US to a Chinese company. Because Baidu is also a search engine in China, so they are a direct international competitor with Google. So Google gave $1 billion to Lyft because Lyft is closer than Uber to going completely driverless and autonomous. So remember that, because I think this year Lyft is going to go public. Google used to invest in Uber, and they've just basically cut ties with Uber. They said, we invested in Uber, that's just money we've lost. We paid money into the pyramid scheme, and now they're getting behind a real company. That company is Lyft. So Lyft will probably go public either Q3 of this year or Q1, which is October of next year. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's my prediction. We'll see what happens. And when they do go public, they're going to get a bunch of more cash from the public. And then Lyft is going to go autonomous before Uber, and Lyft is a competent company, so they're going to steal money right there. See, yeah, this is just another one here. So, what does that mean, guys? Let's switch over here. So what does that mean? Autonomous cars are coming. It's not a joke. Excuse me. Like, it's a real thing. It probably won't be serious until like 2022, 2023. But in 2018, there are going to be 2 companies that in the United States operate a taxi service without a driver. Completely autonomous. That's going to be Tesla and Waymo. By 2019, that's going to be 3. Lyft, Waymo, Tesla. 3 companies are going to be offering driverless options for taxis. So that's a real thing. That's not in the future. That's now. We are living in it in this moment. That being said, like I said, 750,000 driverless cars is not going to happen. I mean, that's going to take years to phase out. So just pay attention. Like if you're in Florida and they're like, hey, driverless cars are coming to Miami. Hey, man, you're done. But some of the bigger cities, Seattle, San Francisco, New York, Chicago, you know, LA, those kind of things, they'll probably be the last ones to be phased out. So that your job is still safe for another 5-10 years, right? But it's going to be rough on drivers when that starts happening every day. It's going to be rough on drivers. So it says insurance companies are going to be the biggest hurdles unless Google self-insures, which is possible. No. Insurance companies love driverless cars. They love it. They want it to happen right now. Driverless cars are safer, more efficient than regular people. Frank says, riders still say you don't have to tip with Uber. Uber has been telling them no tipping for years. How are they now telling them to tip? I'll address that in 1 second, but I have a very important announcement to make. ML Silver in the house! What's up, M Silverhammer? What did I miss? I don't know. 45 minutes of me doing a live stream. we went over the 180 days of change, which is 180 days of fail. And then we went over driverless cars, which I'm just concluding now. So, I'm just finishing it. Anyway, to get to Frank's point, they're changing the way that they ask for the money. So that's all they're doing, Frank. They're not doing anything different. They're just the way you rate is going to be different. Remember, you can't get a tip unless you get a rating. So they're going to push the ratings, which I think will help tips to go up a little bit. So to get to your point about insurance companies, driverless cars, they don't get tired. They don't eat or drink in the car. They don't text on their phone. They don't drink and drive. They don't speed. They don't, do any of the things that people do that get distracted. There's no distracted driving with a driverless car. Furthermore, when driverless cars get into accidents, 90 to 95% of the time, they are not at fault. So insurance companies will insure driverless like that. It's just safer than humans driving. So that's the thing. You hear about all these accidents. Remember, Google has been running driverless cars for almost like 10 years now. The maps, Google Maps, are mapped with driverless cars. So the driverless cars are sent out into the world with a little thing that they record on there, and they record the whole world with driverless cars. So we have data on driverless cars, and they're just safer than human drivers. So insurance companies will insure like that. It's not a problem at all. Donnie says, my buddy's Bitcoin money has tripled since July. I'm thinking right now Bitcoin plus money equals a good plan. Donnie's been watching my videos. Yes. So I did a video on Bitcoin. I have another video on Bitcoin coming up. So I have a 4-part series coming up, Donnie, about investments in the gig economy. Because all of us who work in the gig economy, we don't have retirement. So we need to worry about long-term investment because we're not getting a pension from Uber. So yes, invest in Bitcoin. Check out my video on that. I think it was 2 weeks ago on the live stream. If you use Coinbase, if that's the app you want to use to buy Bitcoin, and you use my referral code, which is in the description below, you get 10 free bucks of Bitcoin. So think about that if you're going to invest in it. No, it's really 150 days of BS. We lost 1 month of something that we would have actually been beneficial. 6 directional destination requests, hashtag 150 days of BS. I hear you. Basically 3 things good happened. One is destination filters count as counts towards your quest, so that's good. So you can get quests every day to and from work, and that works. The second is tipping, obviously, and a third is I forgot I did it on the live stream. But yeah, mostly fail. So we covered those 2 things. Now let's talk about the disclosure here. So let me switch over. For those of you who don't know, Uber just got hacked. Well, just announced that they got hacked in 2007. This is how inept Uber. Every time I read about Travis Kalanick running Uber, I'm just shocked and amazed at just how little that guy knows about anything. Donnie says, saw that video a couple weeks ago. It was good. When you start hearing this from several different sources that you trust, it really says something positive. Yeah. Well, cryptocurrency is a thing, man. It's a thing of the future. I don't really want to talk about it now because I'll go to the video. But blockchains, which are the security feature that run cryptocurrency, are going to change the way governments and companies do money. So in 25 to 50 years from now, we're not gonna have money. It's all gonna be electronic, and it's all gonna be centralized on a central server. So like the U.S. government will have all of its money on a blockchain, and it's gonna eliminate basically, inflation. They're not gonna make more money. China can't hack it. But anyway, that's for another story. But yeah, just know that it's a lot safer than people think. So, talking about how inept Uber is, they got hacked, which is bad enough, that happens, and then they paid the hackers money. Dumbasses. Dumbasses. Calican Dick? Yeah, that's right. That's why Travis stood down, because he knew his hack happened and he wouldn't want to be held responsible. No, he stepped down because venture capitalists told him to step down. If you're at Uber, you're a pyramid scheme. You don't make a profit. You don't produce money. People put money into you, and you don't make it. You lose it. Okay, Uber doesn't run on a profit. Uber has never been profitable. Uber never will be profitable. So the only thing that keeps your company running is cash from venture capitalists. So when those VCs come in and tell you to leave, you just leave. Kalanick got kicked out because VCs pulled him into a hotel room, and there's an article, you can look at this up if you want to, and they said, hey, you're done, son, because you know what you're doing. And this is more proof it. If hackers hack you and they say that you need to pay them money or they're going to release the data, don't give them money because they're going to release the data. And even if they delete it, they still have it. It's so dumb. They're so stupid. Oh my God, they're so dumb. So anyway, a bunch of drivers, 57 million Uber users got hacked. 600 drivers' license numbers went on. So luckily, it wasn't social security numbers. Well, it might have been social security numbers. We don't know for sure. But that they say it's not social security. So whatever. Believe Uber if you want to on this one, I guess. It's all basically public information anyway that's been released. But still, drivers got screwed out of that. So if you want to know what to do, this is the website Uber posted. This, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Uber released a 5-paragraph statement on data security. These assholes. And my favorite is, do you need to take action? Right here. So the answer to that question is obviously yes. You need to find out if your information was stolen and out in public. And they go, no, you don't need to do anything because they're liars. Let's see how they will maintain those self-driving cars. That's a good point, stranger. And they all get puke in them. We encourage all our users to regularly monitor their credit accounts. So yeah, Uber's saying you're fucked. They just don't want to admit it. Ugh. And then yeah, obviously you can say you think your account has been hacked if that's true. So that's Uber's data that they did. So here's the thing about this is I'm gonna actually switch the camera back over to this side. So I'll be working this from here on out. Man, it got dark in here. Okay. Is this light on? That's bad. That's a little bit better. Okay. So RIDESHARE says, the only sorry they got caught if a whistleblower would have never said something. We might never know that when what else they are hiding. So that's true. So that's what I was going to say. I wouldn't really worry about the hack. I know it's big news and it's scary, but they already had your information, son. It's not new. It happened a year ago. So, yeah. If nothing's happened, I don't think anything will happen. The problem with Uber drivers is most of us are poor. You know? Stealing our identity is going to be more depressing for the hacker than it is for the driver. Like, look at all these, look at these guys making 20 bucks an hour. Oh, man, look at all this debt they have. They don't have any money in their bank. Oh, well, I guess we stole the wrong person's information. Wah, wah, wah. Now, you can steal my identity and then take on all my debt, I guess, if that's something you want. Good luck getting anything else. Anyway, guys, so in conclusion, I guess. So with all this information, is it still worth the driver for Uber? Now that we know everything that we know right now. And, I mean, this is real talk. I understand if you don't want to drive for Uber, but I still think it's worth it. I still drive for Uber. I'm still going to drive for Uber. This weekend, when I do a live streams, I'm going to be on the Uber platform. When I move to California, I'm going to switch it there and I'm going to get my Uber up. The problem is there aren't a lot of geese that lay golden eggs, man. And right now, Uber's got those golden eggs coming out of them geese. You make money still. You don't make a lot of money. They rip you off. They treat you like shit. But at the end of the day, it's hard to do gig economy stuff and not have Uber or Uber Eats amongst your arsenal. Stranger says, look, Uber and Lyft are filled with LBG community, and obviously this community is very limited. And they exchange information with each other. That clearly means that Uber has all the Lyft info. I don't even know what that means. I don't know how to respond to that because I don't understand the comment. Like, first off, like, every organization across the world is filled with LGBT community people because they make up about 10 to 15% of the population. So 2 out of every 10 people in any organization is going to be part of the LGBTQ. So Uber and Lyft has information as LBG mostly sleep with each other. Oh, okay. I guess. I don't know if gay people have sex more than straight people. I mean, maybe, but pretty sure that straight people have lots of sex too. In fact, Travis was caught having a business meeting in Korea with hookers. So he like took his company of people who were both straight and gay and then went to a bunch of had a meeting with a bunch of what do they call them? They're not call girls in Korea. They're karaoke girls or something like that. So yeah, like, and he also sent an email saying, like, giving rules about when you could have sex and not. But anyway, Uber and Lyft employees are basically the same thing. So I still think Uber is worth driving for. Okay, I'm still gonna drive for them. Look, man, but you gotta go in knowing what's what, and that is it's limited, man. So think about expanding out to Lyft. If you're like in Austin, do Drive Austin, do Fastin, you know, and then maybe start doing gig economy stuff in general, like Caviar is available, TaxRabbit if it's available, because it's not. Lyft and Uber have driverless cars is the best way to get driverless because they have millions of drivers driving billions of miles each year, and that data alone is worth a lot of money. That's actually true that you say that, RideShare. They're selling that information to cities, so when they want to make public transit. So they go to Uber and Lyft, the cities do, or states. They say, hey, we're going to build public transit, like trains or bus routes or something like that. Can we get your data? And then they'll send the cars so they know at what time people are driving where. And that information is important to cities and states. So they're selling that metadata to cities as a project. So that's actually a thing that's happening. Lyft plus Uber, 2 years in Portland, 12 hours equals $300 on average. Lyft tips more, but is slightly less popular. I agree with that. Go where the passengers go. If Lyft starts taking over, then drive for them more. I hear you there. I hear you there. Lyft is taking market share like crazy from Uber though. So yes, limited community and the information travels between companies, so they know a lot about drivers' personal information, and someone on the inside Uber leaked information to hackers, not saying as they'll be cheap. Okay, I gotcha. So you think the leak was on purpose. I hear you. That is why the Google car has been going for at least 10 years, mapping the world. Yeah, no, I hear you there. As a side note, some companies will pay for your dash camera footage too if you're in certain areas. So, did you see my message? No, Tony. First off, Tony in the house! Second off, no, I didn't see your message. Here, let me, take a second. What did you send it to me on Facebook? Does it relate to the drive stream, or are you just simply saying that? Or is it important that I read this? Let's look at Tony and see if Tony sent me a message that I need to know about. No, I didn't get your message. What'd you send me a message on, Tony? It can be anyone from inside, but most likely LBG is more exchanging information. I guess, man. Like I don't know why people being gay has anything to do with it, but I get you. Here on the feed. Oh no, what'd you say, Tony? Let's scroll up here. No, Tony, I didn't get your message. Sorry, buddy. Tony's an old school subscriber too, man. He's been here for a day and a half. Uber has to put me in a bad mood all week. It's been a rough week because this is a really slow week. Although tonight, guys, here's a new driver tip. Work tonight. This is one of the biggest drinking holidays of the year. One, you're already on vacation. Two, you've just gotten home, right? Like tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so you already got your flight and stuff prepared. So you got nothing to do. Everything's gonna be closed because tomorrow's a holiday, and you got nothing to do. So you're gonna go out and drink, or you have to work on Thanksgiving or this weekend. So you're gonna drink because you're depressed. So tonight is gonna be one of the best nights to drive for Uber, because not a lot of drivers drive. A lot of drivers are on vacation. A lot of drivers got, like, I got to drive down to Portland. That's where my mom lives tomorrow. I'm leaving here around 7 a.m. So after this live stream, I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to wake up and go drive tonight. I'm going to stay awake all night and then drive there tomorrow. So a lot of drivers don't drive tonight. They just simply can't. They got plans with family tomorrow. And what's the point of driving for Uber if you can't make your own schedule, right? Plus, you got a lot of people on vacation tonight, and they're going to be out drinking because they got to deal with their shit family tomorrow. They got nothing to do. They're on vacation. They're staying at their grandma's house. They're staying at their mom's house. They're crashing on a couch, so they're going to go to the bar and drink and then get an Uber home tonight. Online now and getting ready to go out and drive. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go until later because it's still a work day, so people are still going to be working, generally speaking. And then they're going to be spending time with their family. But tonight, at bar time, you're going to see a pretty high surge. Like, I might not go to Seattle tonight. I might stay here locally because of that. If you had the money, would you get a Tesla Semi? Because Uber has started that going into freight market with Uber Freight. And no. If I got money to buy a Tesla Semi, I would not drive for Uber. Because Uber Freight, you make less money. Why would you go with the middleman? That's what I don't understand about Uber Freight. Why would you get paid? Why would you pay a middleman like Uber? You make more money going directly to the source. That's a silly thing. Oh, there goes my camera. 6 p.m. here. Yeah, I might not even go out until 10. I might even go out till 11. I don't know. We'll see about tonight. I don't know why my camera's freaking out. Camera freak out. When is bar time? Okay, Jeff. So, depends on if you're in Las Vegas. Any time is bar time. Because the bars don't close. Generally speaking, bars close between 2 and 4 a.m. depending on what city you're in. So, whenever the bar closes, there's an instant surge because a bunch of people get kicked out of the bar. So if you're drunk, you don't, like, here's the thing. Most people play the surge game. They'll either leave a little early or a little late to avoid the surge, right? But if you're drunk, you don't care about surge. You just push a button and then whatever, find out what the charge is tomorrow and then go home drunk. So that's, and when you're paying $6, $7 a mile, you're drunk. No one wants to pay $6 or $7 a mile. Oh, just signed up with Lyft and want the referral to go to you. Did you use my... I'll hit you up offline. Here. Hey, Tony, send me a message here. Jeff, or Tony, and then I'll make sure that happens. You should use my link, referral codes, in the description. So, half an hour before the bar closes, I just turn my app off and I step out and like hang out outside a bar or a club I know is going to be popular. Because at 2 a.m., last call, kick them out, 2:10 at the latest, everyone's out there, and a drunk person outside in the cold with no ride is going to get an Uber no matter how much it is. Check Facebook. Okay, I'll check it out. We got a lot of questions here. So the answer to your what time is bar time, whatever time the bar closes, you log out half an hour before, and then you hit that surge hard. That $10 max is, of course, Kalanick, a signature if you haven't figured it out. Riders wants to tip more, but sometimes they cannot. I hear you, man. Kalanick doesn't like tipping at all because Kalanick's cheap. Bars close at 5 in South Beach and a few 24 hours in Miami, like Club 11 in Space. Yeah. So then you'd work at whatever the most popular time is to leave the club, which will be different for every city too, so you have to get used to that. So my advice is to sum everything up. Drive for Uber, but plan for the future, son. Get on that Lyft. You know, start looking at other gig economy stuff, man. Amazon Flex is a good one. Amazon Flex is just like Uber, but you're delivering packages and not people. So, I mean, like, I don't like food delivery because, in general, I don't like McDonald's and pizza. Like, I don't want to, that's the majority of food delivery. And people delivering food, you know, they'll tip you sometimes, but I don't really like that. I'm not about that life. But Amazon Flex is awesome. You just get a packet. You're like a mailman. You just get a package and deliver it. And sometimes you can make a ton of money on Amazon Flex. Plus, guys, if you have 10 apps, that gives you flexibility. You can only do it when it's profitable for you. If you have Uber Eats, sometimes there's Boost 2 or 3 times the amount. If you do Caviar, sometimes they're going to give you additional money. So, what I'm saying is just diversify, man. It's a different world now than it was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, Uber was the game. If you wanted to get in the gig economy game, you got on Uber. You got on Uber and you got TaskRabbit. Those are the only 2 things available. But now they got everything you could want. So if you like the Uber lifestyle, but you think Uber's a bad company, man, you can go other places. No Amazon Flex in South Florida yet. No, but there will be. I'm telling you, Amazon Flex is everywhere. Here's why. Did you know that Amazon literally, I'm not even kidding when I say this, rents out the U.S. Post Office on Sunday? Sunday, the U.S. Post Office doesn't deliver. But Amazon has so many packages going out that UPS, what's the other one? I'm blanking. FedEx and the U.S. Postal Service is not enough for Amazon. So they have to hire out and pay all the expenses for the U.S. Post Office to service on Sunday. Amazon is paying the U.S. Post Office bills to deliver packages on Sunday. And it's still not enough. Demand is so high for Amazon that they need rideshare drivers to drive packages. So look out, man. It may not be there now, but it will be. Just remember that. Is anybody have any other questions? Now's a good time to ask. If not, I'm going to end the stream. This might be the longest live stream I've ever done. And I'm sorry it's not the traditional live stream. I won't be doing a lot like these. But there's just so much that came out this week. I kind of had to cover it all, I think. Amazon is a king of customer service and 2-day delivery. I know not everyone has money. So not everyone can afford everything. But I don't know why everyone isn't an Amazon Prime member. Amazon Prime is the greatest thing on earth. Order anything you want to. It's free to deliver to your house in 2 days. It's crazy. Can you explain why you said to sign up out 30 minutes before time? Adrian Odell. First off, let me start with this, Adrian. Adrian in the house! What's up, Adrian? What's going on? Thanks for that time. No problem. Thanks, Aaron. Thumbs up for me. I appreciate it. Love Prime. Yeah, exactly. So, Adrian. Okay. If you're new to my channel, awesome, buddy. Make sure you subscribe and thumbs up and all that fun stuff, right? But realize I only drive Boost and Surge. So I have a saying that I actually got from my friend Neil. He's like is a friend I have on Facebook. He's not an IRL friend. He's like an internet friend, but I like him. He says no Boost, no Surge, and no ride. So I know that people will tell you not to surge chase. And that's only kind of true. That's mostly a lie. You definitely need to surge chase. But veteran drivers don't wait for surge on the app. Veteran drivers know when and where it's going to surge. I have some live streams on this specifically. So if you want to, you can go look at my playlist on my channel. And I talk about this in detail. But basically, throughout the day, veteran drivers go to where it's going to surge with their app off, and they wait with their app off until it surges. Then they flip that sucker on as soon as it surges. So you know when the bars close, if they close in your market, right, that once that door is shut and that people are kicked out, it's going to surge because you have a bunch of drunk people taking rides home. So you log out half an hour before bar time because, one, you don't want to take a trip that's too far away. If you take a 20-minute trip with half an hour to go, you're going to miss the bar time. Two, you want to be right in front of that bar. Because remember, the closest rider gets, well, the closest rider with the highest rating gets the trip. So if you're not parked right outside that bar or club when the surge is going on, you're not going to get a ride. Another driver is going to. So turn your app off, get in a good position, park someplace safe, right across the street from the club, and at 2 o'clock, for me, you know, when the bars close, that's when you see that 2, 3, 4 times surge. Then turn your app on. So the people who are coming out the bar, as soon as they request that 4 times surge, you're there waiting. And that's why I wait half an hour, because I don't want to take a 15 or 20. That happens. Just ignore decline any other ride that comes through. Oh no, Adrian. I'm so glad that you came on my stream, man. Oh, that's the sad. No, don't do that. If you're logged in, you're killing Surge, dude. Okay, so the way it works is demand versus availability. So if there are more cars available than there is demand, there's no surge. Once there is more demand than there is people online, that's when it surges. So if you're sitting there with your app on, you're killing the surge, brother. That's why you log out. You log out so you're not available, so that the higher the request is, the more the surge is. Man. Oh, man. So, yeah. Dude, you gotta... It's not your fault, man. It's not your fault, because a lot of new drivers don't know how it works. That's why you need to watch my streams, man. You gotta log out during surge times, because you're killing the algorithm. You're killing surge if you're staying there logged in. Oh God. Adrian, no. That's different, man. That's different. Okay. So those 200 drivers were organized and purposely manipulating surge, meaning they got all together and at the same time they all logged out, at the same time they all logged in. and they were doing it at the airport. So they were purposely causing surge, and that's against the terms of service. But they're not going to fire you if you do it. Individuals don't get fired over that. That's not manipulation. That's just you work when you want to. You don't have to take a ride. If you don't want to, in fact, Uber and Lyft both say, hey, if you're online and you're not accepting rides, then you should log out. That's fine. The problem is when you do it with other people. So if Uber sees the same 200 people logging out and in at the same time at the same place, that's when you get fired. But as long as you're not causing that manipulation with other people routinely over and over, they're not going to fire you. So don't be afraid by that. So I missed a lot of comments here. You drive a VW. What do you think about the VW Atlas for Uber XL? I'll look into it. I don't know anything about the Uber Atlas. So MS Silver, I'll have an answer for you tonight. I'll look it up right now. VW Atlas review. Okay. Amazon killed the brick and mortar stores. Amazon killed branding too, which is another story. If a chick jumps on you during your ride to make love to you, do you close the live stream? Lols, that was a joke. No, so I record everything. Like my channel, I want to keep it real. A lot of people when they have YouTube channels, they show you the highlights, they say everything is great, everything is wonderful. I want people to feel what I am feeling when I'm driving. When I'm having a good time, I want people to feel that it's good. When I'm having a bad time, I want people to be sad, man. I don't want someone to sign up for Uber because of my channel and then feel that they're getting a raw deal. Okay? Also, I want to keep my integrity. So you know if I say something's good, I'm not just saying that. I'm not just trying to push some shit on you because I keep it real on this channel. So if a chick jumps on me, first off, I'm married, man. I don't want no chick jumping on me. So I've had a lot of people hit on me. Stranger, go watch my Halloween video where someone invites me to a sex party. No, I'm not into that. So I won't stop the driver stream, but I'll stop the car. Y'all need to get out. Nobody's jumping on me while I'm driving. That was a funny comment, though. Do you know how much 12 hours averages in other markets, Donnie says? 12 hours in my market should be $250 to $300, but it depends, man. Before expenses, people make between $15 and $20 on average doing Uber. I make way more than that because I know what I'm doing, and my market is a good market. But most people make. So, you know, if you do that, so 15 times, what did you say, 12? So most markets, generally speaking, you make $180 in 12 hours before expenses. So it's before Uber takes its cut, before taxes, before gas, before maintenance, all that kind of stuff. So if you're making more than 180, then you're doing better than average. If you're making less than that, you're less than average. So I would say 50% is exactly at $180 for 12 hours, to answer your question on that. Just ignore and decline all the rides. Oh my God, that makes me so sad. Okay, I'm not trying to make fun of you, Adrian. I really don't unsubscribe, man. He's gonna unsubscribe because this is a dick to him. I'm just trying to help you out. What do you think about Uber's new surge that they're testing? So I'm of two minds. One, a lot of drivers in North Carolina really like that. They really like it because when they first implemented it, it was so fucked up, and people were just making hella cash. So since then, they've adjusted it, and you don't make as much money. But like, Uber so way overshot how much money you made in surge that people, it was like the old days when you were making $2 a mile all the time, and you still got surge. Like people were making like $25 to go a mile and a half. So they fixed it since then. And honestly, I'm doing a video on this. I think it comes out in 2 weeks. I don't know exactly my upload schedule right now. So I'm uploading a lot of videos for the future because I'm moving to California. So if you didn't know that, I'm moving to Berkeley, California. So I'm not going to be able to record and edit videos for like 2 months. So I'm trying to get as many videos uploaded as I can. One of the videos, I think it's 2 or 3 weeks away, I talk about the new surge pricing. And this is what's going to happen, okay? Because of upfront pricing, you don't know what Uber is charging the customer. Uber can charge a customer $10,000 to go 2 miles and you get paid the same amount of money. So, in whatever, there's a minimum fee, right? Like whatever, $5 is all you're going to add. So they're going to charge the customer $25 in surge, but they're only going to give you $5 of that $25. That's basically what the new surge is going to happen. So once they implement it, you might make more money than you were making before, but Uber is going to make a shit ton of money more than you are. The other thing I will say is, I think regular drivers, new drivers, drivers who don't know how the system works, they'll make more money. The ants, if you will, right? Like new drivers just do it casually. But veteran drivers like you and me on this stream, a lot of you vets right now left over, you're going to make less money. I'm going to make less money during the surge. That's the new system. I'm going to make less money. Uber's going to make more money. That's my opinion on the new surge thing. I have a video coming out on it too. Opinion on the prepared scheduled trips. In my market, a rider can pre-schedule a ride with a certain rate, and I can see people scheduling before the bar closes. Don't take a scheduled ride at bar time because you're wasting money, unless they include surge in there. Just don't do it. If you do accept a ride and there's no surge, cancel it. So I guess that would be my answer. If someone schedules a ride at bar time and you don't get surge, accept it and then cancel it, and they can get pissed off. You get 20% of your ride. That's why you keep your cancellation rate so low. If you accept the ride, take the ride almost all the time, because there are times where you just need to cancel. Like if you're at the airport and you get an Uber pool, just cancel it, and you're still gonna be ahead of the queue, right? If you get bar time pre-arranged ride with no surge, cancel it. Generally speaking, Uber's pre-arranged rides are bullshit. They don't work. Lyft is a little bit better, but Uber's pre-arranged rides don't do anything. It's basically a bookmark saver. So if you want to ride at 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. either way, and you put that into your phone, all it does is it pings automatically. That's all it does. Like it's not like Userve where you can request a ride and then get the ride. Okay, so Uber doesn't really have reserved rides or scheduled rides. Just people put in there, and they push a button, and then they don't have to worry about it later. Lyft is a little different because Lyft actually shows you how much you're going to make, when and where the ride is, and you can select a prearranged ride and show up. Although Lyft doesn't guarantee just because you make the reservation, you get the ride either, so keep that in mind. Generally you do, but sometimes you can show up to the house with Lyft, and then you don't get the ride for whatever reason, because Lyft doesn't tell you what their algorithm is. So it's not guaranteed, but so yeah, it's pretty terrible. Okay, so I already covered that comment. You are real, that's why I'm listening. Thanks, MS Silver, appreciate it. Plus, with your electric car, you are killing every gas car because two of the biggest expenses in maintenance and gas, and you don't have to worry about electric rates so cheap. RIDESHARE, you have no idea. Okay, last month, you know what my electricity bill was for my Volkswagen? $21.82. So if you spent more than $21 in gas last month, then I'm not better than you. Also, I have no oil changes. I don't have any engine maintenance, right? There's no spark plugs that need to get fixed or replaced. There's no oil. I have to do oil changes. There's no transmission work. Tires, and if I chip a window, that's the only maintenance I have to do. So that's what I do with the electric car. I think that's everything. Is there? Let me see. Is this the end of questions? Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yes. Okay. So my chat is made up here. So this is literally an hour longer than I like to do live stream for, but hey, it was a special request. Live Surge sucks. Goes up and down in a second. It is a joke. They are playing with drivers' emotion and their helpless situations. So you're talking about prime time. That's a Lyft problem. Their app just isn't sophisticated like Uber's. So, you know, the Lyft is good for a lot of reasons, but their app is primitive, to say the least. So, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you there. Without any other questions, like always, don't forget to subscribe down below. go ahead and like. Obviously, I appreciate if you share this live stream with somebody you know. That helps the channel out a lot. If you want to support the channel, always consider being a Patreon. You can do that on my Patreon page up. Links in the description. Lyft, not doing PT in my area, doing power zones during specified time brackets. Yeah, that's what I always say, Adrian. When I say no boost, no surge, for Lyft is the same thing. No power zone, no PT, no ride. So, power zones, they bring more drivers to a specific area. So that's true. But, Adrian, my opinion on this is just because your paycheck says $1,000 at the end, it doesn't mean you made $1,000 that week. So why bust your ass doing 5 rides an hour that are not profitable when you can do 1 or 2 rides an hour that are profitable? 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. It's my entire city covered, I was telling to a stranger. That's awesome. So that's similar in Seattle. That's why I do Lyft. That's why I do Uber and Lyft over... Let me show you again. That's why I do Uber in Seattle over Lyft. Because Uber does a blanket boost over the whole city. And Lyft doesn't. So I can just turn my app on and take every ride and I'm getting a boost. But Lyft doesn't do that. So if your entire city is in power zone, I would just do Lyft then. Unless Uber matches it. Yeah. So... I like that. I prefer power zone because I would rather sit in my car and take 1 ride that is profitable versus driving and using that gas and your time and your energy and you know, operate at a loss. You're basically, unless there are certain markets where it's like $1.50, you know, $1.40 or more, where every ride is profitable. But most markets, most rides are not profitable. People are losing money. I have videos on that too. Like I talk ad nauseum about how to make money doing that. So I got lots of videos in my library. You want to go check them out, Adrian, about how to tell if you're making a profit during doing Uber. And basically, before Uber takes its cut, you need to be making $1.20 a mile. So get as close as you can. I know not every market's the same. Gas prices aren't the same everywhere. So maybe in your city you can do it at $1 or $1.10 or whatever. But generally speaking, you need about $1.20 to make money in this business. So if you're, that's why I say no boost, no surge, no ride, and no Uber pool. Because you do Uber pool, you lose money too. Although with Lyft it's a little different. I have a video on that too, why Uber pool is a devil. So, any more questions, guys? I'm going to log out. Thanks for hanging out here. This or next week might be my last live stream until I get to California, because I'm going to be moving and driving down south and setting up at the house and stuff like that. So, eventually this is going to end, but not right now. So I'll do these as long as I can. And I hope you guys like this video. It's a weird live stream, but it seemed to go well. See ya. All right. Bye, guys. Deuces.